Okay, everybody, welcome to a live stream. We're going to be playing Daytona. Now, let me just get the feed up on the PC and then we'll start. Okay, guys, hope you can hear me, but I'm now able to see what's going on the PC and we're going to be playing the game. Okay, so I've been recently playing Daytona quite a lot and it's still such a great game, and I don't know why it's such a great game still. It's one of those games, no matter how old it gets, will always be playable. So let's see how the skills are doing today. I haven't played this in a long time. Alright, here we go. No, this is not the PS3, this is the Xbox One X. There you go, see? So we're playing this in 4K and with surround sound as well, so it's really good. Unfortunately, you guys won't be able to hear the surround sound in this stream or see the 4K, come to think of it. Okay, we'll start off on beginner. Alright, we're playing on normal mode. I've got to get in the top 10 at least. Oops, that wasn't a good start, was it? Oh, terrible. Alright, I've got to concentrate now. I'm not going to look at the comments. That wasn't a good turn. The best thing playing this game in Dolby Surround Sound is the voice of your pit crew comes from behind you. It's actually really cool. So you've got the music from in front of you, the engine sound effects are from all around, and the pit crew come from behind you. at those three all come together. Oh, you bastards. Oh, I am doing really badly. Oops, someone's crashed. Oops. 2 people crashed. And another one. And another, and another. Plus. Man, the AI has been extremely nasty today. Come get out of the way. Oh man, I'm doing so bad. Terrible. Oh man, that's pathetic. 13th? That's really bad. Hi, Alec J. Do I have a wheel? No. I'm using the Xbox One controller. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to play this again, but I'm going to do it properly and concentrate a bit. Okay, so I'm not going to be talking. Let's turn up a little bit so you have something to listen to.
Please select the Please choose manual or automatic. Gentlemen, start your engine.
That was a good turn. Oh, I think it will span out then. good turn. Oh, perfect turn.
You place 10. Now, list your name with the other champion.
Alright, bit of Galaxy Force music there. Well, 10th wasn't too bad considering it was on normal. I've definitely lost my skill, that's for sure. Okay, let's check out the next course.
Please select a race course. Please choose manual or automatic transmission. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Missed the turbo start. That was bad. Feather the accelerator. Oops, completely lost it. Oh, nicely done. Brake now. Power slide in. Accelerate. Yep, we done it. Oh man, I knew that was coming. Lost it completely. think it's safe to say I have lost the skills. Terrible. See, that's something I really hate about modern racing games. See that? The amount of times you can use rewind. Why do you want to use rewind in a racing game? The idea of a racing game is to go from start to finish as best as you can. You know, stopping halfway through the game to rewind and fix a mistake is a lot of BS. If you can't do it, you can't do it. Anyway, enough of the rants.
Please select the race code.
Final course.
Expert. Please choose manual or automatic transmission. Gentlemen, start your engine.
Yep, rewind is so cheap, yeah. I did try and get the turbo. Nope. Missed it again. Now there's a nice little trick on this course where you can go in a third lane. But getting into it without crashing is a bit of a tricky situation. Just try and do it. Right, center lane, third lane. Okay. Now when we come out here, it's easy to get the turn. Go through here, brake, turn in. That wasn't too well done. Go away. Terrible. Jeez, I'm all over the place. Okay guys, after this race we're going to do a bit of a Q&A, so if you've got any questions you'd like to ask, put them in the comment section. Jeez. I brake now, turn in, accelerate, and we've lost it. Right, since it's the final lap, we can use the pit lane, so that'll be easier. Start braking now, turn in, accelerate, that's how it's done. Yeah, that was done right. That wasn't. I used to play this on the Saturn, the original version. I spent half the day trying to run over the horses. Whoops, someone's spinning out. very good. 13. Yeah, the Saturn port does have amazing controls, but the frame rate does suck. What Sega game shall we? We'll do a classic Afterburner. Alright, so there we go, a bit of Daytona USA there. Alright, so let's take a look at the comments. There's only 85, yeah. The PAL version of Daytona USA on the Saturn. Yeah, you can actually make that 16:9, so you kind of think of it as an SD version of this game. The controls on the Circuit Edition or Championship Edition, whatever it was called, personally, I don't think they were very good. Okay, let's just turn the camera around so you can take a look at me. Not that you'd want to. Alright, let's see. Where can we put this camera? Let's put it over here. I guess you can see me now. Alright guys, can you see me? Let's have a look. Yes, you can. So I'm taking a look at you guys on here. Alright. So, let's try and get it forward a bit so that wood is out the way. Okay. So let's see, questions. Okay, so you're ever going to review the PC 9801? I'd like to review the PC 9801. Let's just turn the sound of Daytona there. But the thing is, I don't actually own one. If I do get one in the future, then yeah, I'll review it. But when that'll be, who knows? Ignore the mess here, by the way, just noticed that's all frame. This is actually a project which is being worked on at the moment. That project does require a bit of a stimulant. Okay. Okay, let's see. Anything else here? It would be good, Turbine Graphics 16, it would be good if you do Sega Rally on emulator. Yeah, I guess it would, yeah. Any recommendations for NES Sega games? That's a retro boyo. Depends what you're into, really. NES, I haven't got a clue, to be honest with you. Being brought up in the UK, we played the Sega Master System. NES wasn't really that popular. Mega Drive games or Genesis games, I presume you mean 16-bit. Yeah, there's loads of great ones. Some which I usually overlook. Things like Alicia Dragoon, that's a really good action platformer. Will take a bit of a while to get used to it. You got to take it slowly, think your way through the levels. But once you realize you have to do that, it's a pretty good game. Mono Hunter Yoko is another good one. That's Devil Hunter Yoko. And like there's tons of shooters as well. It really depends what you're into, to be honest. Right. You can see me Lincoln EX. Okay, nice. I look pretty fat on this video actually. Alright, Burning Road, an explosive race on PS1 is a Daytona clone. Burning Road is a Daytona clone. I remember when that first came out, it was like, what the hell is this? It's a pure 100% Daytona ripoff. I'm surprised they never got sued by Sega, to be honest with you. It's a great game as well. It's good fun, but yeah, that is a pretty big ripoff, actually. Okay. So, but 1995 Ridge Racer was a better port than the Mass Data. Yeah, I mean, Ridge Racer on the PlayStation was closer to the arcade than the original Daytona was on the Saturn. Thing is, though, well, but they're both really, really good games. No arguing with that. Saturn Daytona did have more in it. It kept me amused a lot longer than Ridge Racer did. I played both to death. I could play Ridge Racer with my eyes closed at one point in time. Not anymore though. But yeah, both great games. But yeah, the Saturn version of Daytona, especially the PAL version, was pretty bad. Controlled amazingly though. Played really well. Neo Z, you missed the old site. Yeah. Unfortunately, that site just took up way too much of my time. Especially once YouTube started, I just couldn't keep up with the site, so I had to go. I still have all the files though, so one day, who knows, in the future, it may come back. Yeah, it may do. Maybe it's a book, who knows? Okay. Executioner, what's up, Mark? Josh from Facebook. Hi. How you doing, Josh? Good to see you here. Okay, Fighting Force had a sequel, but it was a third-person shooter. Not that I know. Lost interest in that series. Um, you have retro. You have a retro DOS PC for Battle of the Ports. I do, but I never use it. I always use DOSBox. It's more convenient. Retro PC is not actually wired up or anything. Well, you had a Sega Master System. Honestly, really jealous that the Z80 power in this thing's amazing. Yeah, Sega Master System was pretty cool. Um, it A lot of developers didn't make good use of the machine, but when it was used, they could make some pretty impressive looking games. Ben and Road was called Day Clone when reviews dropped. Yeah, not surprised. Um, Lincoln EX, the Mega Drive has a very good amount of shoot ups. That it does, it certainly does. One of my favorite shoot ups on the Mega Drive back in the day was a Gainug. I think it's called Wings of War in the West. I think it's called Gainug in England, actually. Just American versions of Wings of War. That was a pretty cool shooter back in the day. Really tough though. Last level was a real bitch. I don't think I ever did finish it. I got to the last boss, but I could never finish the game. Yeah, but the Mega Drive's got loads of great shooters. Got loads of them in that white cupboard there. Alright, I can still play and enjoy the Saturn Daytona today. Easy, Easy 85 is that? Yeah, so can I. Saturn Daytona still plays like a dream. Looks like crap, but it plays really, really well. It's a good playing game. Okay, Daniel Johnson. What are your thoughts on the retro bit, not Retro Fighters Dreamcast control design? The retro bit Dreamcast controller. Don't know if I've seen that one. The one I saw was this chunky looking thing. It looks bloody ugly. And I think it has proper D-pad on it. Just a minute. Let me do Google search for that. Retro bit Dreamcast controller. Okay. Oh, looks just like a normal Dreamcast controller, doesn't it? Retro bit Dreamcast controller coming late 2020. Let's have a look. Hmm. Yeah. This is the one you mean, right? Okay. Yeah, I mean that looks it looks pretty much like a normal Dreamcast controller, but it's got six buttons and a D-pad. Tell you, if they fix that so the analog stick is more modern and the actual D-pad is pretty good on it, I think that might be a good stick. To be honest with you, yeah. Well, I won't put the reviews though, because a lot of these third-party sticks from these upcoming companies are a lot of crap. I mean, look at this one for example. This is the 8-bit dough. Now, I use this a lot. The original 8-bit dough pads were not that good, but these things, the more modern ones, are really good. They're solid. I've got a Mega Drive one around here somewhere. I think I'll put it away. The 2.4 gigahertz Mega Drive 8-bit dough controller. Amazing controller that is. Really good. But Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right. All right, we're the lost place where we are now. Okay. I have completely lost place where we are in the questions. They just keep coming. You got ET for the Atari VCS like for $5, a little overpriced. I've only ever played on emulation. It's a crappy game. I think a lot of Atari games are crap. There are some good ones, of course. Glad it's backed up. Yeah, Neo Zed. Yeah, I backed up the entire site. I still have it, so it may come back in the future. Who knows? Okay, Bad Gaze 85. I played the last remaining Ridge Racer full scale in the world last year. Nice! That's one with the Master MX5, right? It's sadly seen better days, but still playable. Yeah. I think the last one I played was in the UK, and it was so many years ago. We're talking like 96, I think it was, 1996. Yeah, about then, yeah, 1996. And it was in Blackpool, and even then the steering wheel was knackered on it. It was loose as can be. It was terrible to control. It was nice though sitting in the Mazda. Sega domain reviews in a book form would be great. DJ Convoy, yeah, I mean, it would be great, and that's been the plan for quite some time, but that's the problem, time. Usually I'm in work. I leave the house from, what was it, usually about 7:20 I leave the house, and I don't come home till like 7 p.m. That's if I come home on time, and if I come home late, I don't get home till like 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. So the weekends are spent doing other things like YouTube and whatever, so there's not a lot of time. Yeah. Maybe it could be like one of these YouTube stars that bitch about having to make 2 videos a week, like certain long-haired heavy metal fans. Um, having no time in their life. Yeah, right. Um, Beautiful Angel. Hello, can I say hello to you? Hello, thanks for joining us. Okay, now I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm just going to call you Tutu. That's why I always read it as Tutu. I love all those cool Japanese computers, MSX, Sharp X1, FM Towns, etc. Yeah, the old Japanese computers are really cool. And I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but I mean, I grew up in the UK with the UK home micros, things like the Specky, the Amstrads, Commodore 64, even though that's American. Amiga ST, all my school friends had them. I had a Commodore Plus 4, Commodore 16 is what the Plus 4 was based upon. Had a 64 at one point. And yeah, UK whole micro scene had a lot of games, a lot of nostalgia there, but if we're honest, the games were a load of crap. Well, okay, fair enough. The arcade conversions were a load of crap 99% of the time. Some original games were really good, but yeah, there was a lot of crap on it. And once I learned about consoles, Sega Master System was the first. It was like, what the hell? I mean, this game is so much more fun to play. I can press a button to jump. It's pushing up to jump or push forward to race a car or something. But yeah, there's a lot of nostalgia for the whole micro scene. But in Japan, it was a completely different thing. They had it sorted. The MSX from the beginning had 2 buttons. They knew games needed more than one button. It always boggles my mind that throughout the course of the British home micro industry, no one ever thought, you know what, one button just isn't enough. We should make it a standard to have 2 buttons. Didn't anyone ever think that? Alright, anyway, enough of the ranting. Let's get back to these questions. Oh, Mark. Ran Sega. Yeah, I did. Sega was my site, yeah. Let's see what we got here. Turtles in Time or Hyperstone Heist? Ooh. Good question. Probably Turtles in Time for me. I love that game on the Super Famicom. I remember paying 68 pounds for it back in the day. That was a lot of money. That's when I still lived in the UK. Um, and I used to play it in the arcades whenever we went to Blackpool or Southport or New Brighton, which is over the water from where I lived in Liverpool. They had Tales in Time. But both great games, but personally, I'd probably go with Tales in Time. So much nostalgia. X-Razor. Unpopular opinion. Super Turrican has the best soundtrack of any SNES game. Also, damn, I miss Daytona. Super Turrican has an awesome soundtrack. I think most things by Chris Holzbeck have great soundtracks. And Daytona, yeah, great game. Yeah, Winds of War was interesting. Yeah, the Master System was so powerful that some group puts full motion video and PCM audio on it. Bad apples. Yeah, I mean, bad apples on everything though. It's even on the Game Boy. Tell you what is funny. I was looking at Super Nintendo or Super Famicom demo, crack draws and demos and stuff like that from back in the day. And somebody actually ported Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give Me Up," "Never Gonna Give You Up" to it. So it's actually got the whole music video running on the Super Nintendo. Blocky as hell, but the sound quality is not bad. It's kind of funny. Rings of War in the US. Yeah, that's it. War with a W-O. Hope Retro Fighters Dreamcast controller came out as well. Kickstarts as well. Yeah, nothing worse when you kickstart one and it doesn't come out. Biggest kickstart I did that didn't come out was that beat 'em up for the Mega Drive, the one by Watermelon. Yeah, what a shitstorm that was. Never gonna see that. Somebody retracted their message there. Chris Harris. Oops, I've lost the thing now. Where's Chris Harris gone? Okay. Chris Harris, actually, same name as the guy from Top Gear. I looked up videos of Fighting Force 2 and looked really good for a third-person game. You might want to check out sometime. I think that's on the Dreamcast, isn't it? I may have checked it out at some point, but I never really got into it. Maybe I'll check it out sometime. Inkling AX, tomorrow you'll buy Thunder Force AC on your Switch. Good call. Classic game. Along with Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, the Street Fighter Alpha 3, another great game. Yeah. And looks stickers concave. Don't know if I prefer concave. Yeah, probably would be better, wouldn't it? Hey, Mad Gaz 85. I had the Retro Bit Saturn USB pad. The D-pad died during the Streets of Rage session. Sadly, I guess that's meant to say. Yeah, I mean, I don't think those Retro Bit pads look very good, to be honest. I mean, they kind of look cheap. I'll try one though. Order magnitude. Hey Mark, Don, missed the rolling start. Sorry man, maybe next time. This live stream was just like a one-off thing, spare the moment type thing while I'm not in work. Taking a couple of days off. Right. YouTube yourself. Love your channel. Channel rocks. Thanks man. Thanks for watching. I mean, channel's nothing without people who watch it, so I'm glad you guys enjoy the content which I put out. If I had time and I didn't have to go to work, I'd try and make it more professional, but do what I can. I have a Retrobit Saturn controller for my Switch. Well, let us know how that works out for you. Okay. What line of work are you in? I don't know what to say, to be honest. Let's just say I'm not an English teacher. I used to be an English teacher, and there's nothing wrong with being an English teacher at all. In fact, if you're thinking of coming to Japan and you have a good grasp of the language, being an English teacher is a honourable job, as long as you do it properly, take it seriously, and don't just jerk around and think you're there for a bit of fun. It's a good quality position to be in. But I've done the English teaching thing. I stopped doing that when? About 10 years ago by now. But let's just say I work in an office. Yeah. two foreigners in the office, and everybody else is Japanese. All right. Okay. I have the breast cancer edition and haven't had any problems to my what? Yeah, whatever. Breast cancer edition of what? I make one every 6 months. I must have missed something further up the feed there. Christopher Harris, I played the Darkstalkers collection on PS2. I still have Darkstalkers Chaos Tower on the PSP. Never played that one. Madgas 85. I played Ridge Racer you're on about, right? I played in Blackpool, Pleasure Beach. Yep, yeah. I played the full scale there. There were two Blackpool. That's right, there were two. Yes. I believe they were both red as well. The MX5s were both red. At one point there was another in nearby arcade that got converted into a pub a few years later. Yeah, I wonder what Blackpool's like. I was planning to go back to the UK this year during November-ish, take my boy down to see the Illuminations, but I believe they're not as good as they used to be back in the 80s and 90s. But I wonder how the arcade scene is there now. Hey David, greetings from Brazil. All right, nice of you to join us. Surprised, got quite a few viewers from Brazil. It really surprised me. Full scale screen protectors were replaced recently, so it looks nice. Nice to see they renovated the full scale. Did you know somebody completely ported Doom to the VIC-20 and also the Spectrum? No, I didn't know that. I can't think it's going to be. I can't see it being very good, but it's still interesting to see that. I'll check it out. Yeah. Who did? What's that say? Tutoru best, Mayushi or Daytona USA? Daytona. You mean that bit? They're both great. Comments. Both great. Okay, let's see. Saga 504. If something has screen and buttons, it can run Doom. It's too right. Somebody ported Doom to my Canon printer, which I've got down there. Believe it or not. Never used it, but I have seen a video of it. Crazy. How much were you drinking? How much were you drinking on the old core videos? Neozid. Maybe too much. Yeah. I used to drink quite a bit. That's why I've got a big beer belly. I don't drink a lot now, and only every Wednesday night I go drinking, and every other week I go down to the bar and I stay there for quite a while. But since this COVID-19, thank you CCP, I haven't been to the bar in 2 months. So yeah, hence the bottle of beer here, which was drank last night. I gotta throw that away. Okay. Actually, the older videos, kind of embarrassing to be honest. Okay, Hyperstone Heist was an updated version of Tales of Time. Well, it is in a way, but it's kind of its own game, isn't it? I think what happened is Konami could be bothered making a brand new original game for the Mega Drive, so what they did is they took bits from Tales in Time and added a few original levels, and that's what turns out to be Hyperstone Heist. But good game nonetheless. Emperor or Link 360. Very hard to see things on this laptop, it's tiny. Let's see. Long time fan here, thank you very much. I always find it fun to see footage of Euro PC ports. I'm glad you find that fun because I just spent all day yesterday playing a load of crap Golden Axe ports for the next Battle of the Ports video coming on Saturday. God, that was not fun. So even if so many of them are painful to look at, yeah, if you think they're painful to look at, you want to play them. Some of them are just so bad. Some of them annoy me. They really do. And don't forget, I grew up with those things as well. Hey there, didn't know you were going live. Yeah, sorry about that. The live thing was just a spur of the moment. I was playing Daytona and I thought, yeah, why is this still such a good game? I'm gonna live stream it. Okay. Siggnosis is pretty synonymous with the Amiga and Euro PC development, but the games, well, pretty seem to usually be janky and yeah, yeah. Siggnosis was based in Liverpool, where I grew up and where I worked. I remember in HMV. I used to work in HMV in the games department, and I remember I we used to have this chart of upcoming games, and we used to list things on there. And I remember writing something really snarky about an upcoming Siggnosis game. I can't remember what I wrote. Probably something along the lines of more of the same crap. The game where water kills you or something. I can't remember exactly what I wrote. Um, and one of the PR guys from Siggnosis came in and he saw it. And yeah, obviously that was taken down. And yeah, I mean, to give the guy his dues, he didn't really cause a big stink about it. And yeah, I appreciate him for that. I was young and did a lot of stupid things. The guy's name was Glenn. But yeah, yeah, bloody hell, that was like 25 years ago, a long time ago. Um, but yeah, a lot of the older Siggnosis games, they look pretty, they looked really good, but yeah, the gameplay wasn't that good to be honest. I mean, it was fine for the Euro computer scene, but I was into Japanese consoles and they just played so much better. Yeah. What do you think are the best Siggnosis games? Definitely when they moved on to PlayStation. Definitely, without a doubt. Things like Destruction Derby. Destruction Derby is a pretty crap game when you look at it these days. But back then, it was amazing. Wipeout as well. They were good games. They were fresh, they were new, they were exciting. Stuff we didn't see before. So yeah, they released a lot of crap like Crazy Ivan, and I wasn't really a fan of their football game, soccer game. They released a few other duds. Nova Storm was it? Yeah, that came out on the FM Towers and Japanese computers too. Microcosm, things like that. I wasn't a fan of, but they did release some good games back in the day. Yeah, as I said, Destruction Derby, Wipeout, definitely some of the best games once they went onto console. The best game they ever did, can't say to be honest. Probably one of the later Wipeout games. Actually, it's funny. One of my friends who I used to, well, he's still a good friend now. Um, he used to work in Siggnosis, and my brother used to work in Siggnosis. And by that time, they changed the name to Sony Liverpool. Um, yeah, a lot of people I know used to work in Siggnosis actually. In fact, one of the guys who lives here in Japan now, his name's also Mark. He used to work in not Siggnosis, Sony Liverpool, which was Siggnosis, and I think it was the same. What you call it in English? Complex. Industrial park. I'm losing English badly. I think it was the same industrial park where Bizarre Creations used to be, and I used to go down to Bizarre Creations. I became a little bit friendly with them, and I saw games that were in development, such as the F1 games. My name's actually in the PAL version of F1 at the end. I saw early drafts of what became Metropolitan Street Racer on the Dreamcast. I saw early work of that running on PC. I remember being part of a group discussion for what turned out to be Fur Fighters. Yeah, yeah, there were some pretty interesting days back when I worked in HMV. Alright, anyway, we're back onto these. Speaking of tech controllers, I had a retro bit, the USB, yeah. I love to play my retro games on Xbox One X. Yeah, so do I. Especially when they've been done properly, like Daytona. They're running at 4K with proper surround sound. It's really good. Oops, where we gone? All right. I wish they would have made a widescreen version of a proper PC port of Daytona. Um, Yeah, I think the one that's on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and the one that then came to the, I think it's on the PS4 probably, and the Xbox One, that is actually based up on the updated Sega Arcade Daytona USA HD, or was it called 2000 something, whatever. But that is basically running the original Daytona code, but everything was updated, and that's what got ported to the consoles. Yeah, I'm surprised they never brought it out for PC actually. Are you looking forward to getting a PS5 or Xbox Series X? Bud H asks. I've got the money put aside for one of them. Um, but I'm not sold yet. Now, I want to get that Cyberpunk, what was it, Cyberpunk 2077 is it called? The new one coming out. Now, I want to get it on a next gen machine. I could buy it on the Xbox One X, and it's going to be really great and all that, but I want to get on a next gen machine. But looking at the stuff which they've shown us so far, apart from some ray tracing and things like that, doesn't really look that much different than what we've got. You know what's really going what really annoys me is these next gen machines could run 4K games at 60 frames per second using the kind of effects we use now. But no, they're going to put all this bloody ray tracing into it and all this heavy, expensive, special effects, which are going to knock the games back down to 30 frames per second or 6 frames per second, but at a low resolution. What's the point, man? Um, you got this hardware. Get your games running at 60 frames per second and then add the effects up until the point where the 60 frames start to drop. That's what I do. But I'm definitely in a ranting mood today. But yeah, I don't know which one to get. Probably more into the Xbox ecosystem. But I just know if Microsoft continue the way they are, the PlayStation 5 is going to have the more better exclusives. Mm, yeah, we'll see, we'll see. But I'm not too excited to be honest with you. The last time I was really excited for the Games Machine launch was the Dreamcast, and that's because I waited outside in a store in Akihabara to get one. Yeah, I remember that. And I waited outside to get a Wii, and then regretted it once I saw the great games come out on the Xbox 360, and all the Wii games were like kitty things and wave the bloody control everywhere, which used to annoy me. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Sorry, but I heard you playing Daytona. Sorry, but I heard you playing Daytona. I can teach you the secrets. But I used to be able to play Daytona really well. When I used to play on the Saturn, I could come first on the hardest setting. I used to do the endurance races, everything. I'm 44 years old. My skills have gone. I haven't played it probably in a long, long time. But I do know how to play it. I just haven't got the skills anymore. Okay. I know I sucked. I know. Okay, watching from Houston, Texas. Blake DMC. All right. Nice. Actually, believe it or not, my brother's wife is from Texas. Yeah, and she made. I went when I last saw her when I went back to the UK. I went down to her place, and she made me this chili, which she said is based off a Mexican recipe, which they use quite a lot in Texas, and it was awesome. And one thing which really surprised me though, she used digestive biscuits to dip into the chili and eat the chili off the biscuits, which was really weird to me. I mean, I can kind of see it with crackers, but digestive biscuits. But she said that's what they do back in Texas. But yeah, awesome. Okay. Fun fact: Ridge Racer players. There are two semi-obscure games called Screamer and Screamer Two for the. Yeah, yeah. I think they were released by Gremlin Graphics, weren't they? They were good games. Blocky as hell though. Craig Juan or Yuan. Hey there, did I miss anything? Just me playing Daytona USA pretty badly. Actually, from what I heard, the VIC 20 version doesn't play hard with Specky One is kind of gobbled. You're talking about the Doom ports there, right? Okay, Mad Gas. The arcade scene in Blackpool is mostly ticket redemption. And fruit machines, sadly, but there is a retro arcade opening soon called Arcade Club. They already have sites in Bury and Leeds too. I've been to the Bury Arcade Club. I did a video on it as well. I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago now. It was awesome. I loved it. It was really good. You pay one entry fee to get in, and all the games are on free play. It was excellent. I really liked it. They got a bar in there. You get some food. One of the floors my son couldn't go to, so yeah, that was a bit of a bummer. But yeah, they sell alcohol and that, so I can understand that. But yeah, Arcade Club's excellent. If you're in the UK and you have a chance to get to the Arcade Club, definitely go down and check it out. One game I never heard much about is Bloody Wolf on the PC Engine. I got that for Christmas when I was 11. One of my favourite games here in the UK. Bloody Wolf is a bloody good game. Got a kind of a weird perspective to it though, the viewpoint from what I remember. But I remember playing it on a PC Engine DGT. This was when Game Gear was out and the GT just blew away. It wasn't mine, I just borrowed it from somebody. Did you lose any weight? Thanks for the soft lockdown situation. Wiseman. Yeah, I have lost weight. I look pretty fat wearing this shirt and sitting on this chair actually. If I push it down, you can see where my stomach actually is. This chair kind of bounces out, so but yeah, I did lose some weight. Still got to lose a bit from up here. Reason being, I was something ridiculous, like 101 kilograms. So I don't know what that is in imperial measurements, but it was 101 kilograms and ridiculous, man. Now I'm 91 kilograms. The goal is to reach 85 kilograms, which for my height shouldn't be too bad. I'm 179 centimeters tall, so that's the goal. Hey peeps, hey Eskimo Joe. We don't say Eskimo Joe anymore. I had one not allowed to say that. See, that's the thing, living in Japan, you don't know what's PC and what's not anymore. Okay, okay. Also, there's Doom port for iPods. Yeah, doesn't surprise me. Don't be embarrassed. The old videos were very entertaining. Well, thank you, Neil. They were entertaining. Hey, Craig, you're at $5. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, what you wrote. Really love your content, especially about all the ports. It's channels like yours that make me appreciate retro gaming more and more. All the best. Well, thank you very much. Um, yeah, retro gaming's really cool. I play modern gaming as well, and retro gaming. Actually, currently I'm playing this. This is El Shaddai, or as I call it on the Game of Pictures video, Shadi. Shaddai. It even says Shaddai in Japanese there. What an idiot I am. But yeah, I'm playing that at the moment. It's not really retro, but kind of retro, I guess. But yeah, retro gaming's cool. But I still play modern games. You get these people who only play retro games. Think that all modern games are really bad, but I don't know. I think they're missing out. There's a lot of good modern stuff. There's a lot of crap modern stuff as well. But then again, there's a lot of crap retro stuff as well. Talk about retro. Check this one out. Look at that. It's a weird thing, isn't it? Development Xbox One controller box. There's no Xbox controller in it. Don't know where that came from. I found it in the cupboard the other day. Alright. Oh, by the way, Bethesda gave you a free rootkit. It's very nice of them. What was your favorite Data East game, Craig? Favorite Data East game? Jeez, that's a tough one. Probably. That is really tough to answer. Um, God. Maybe action shooter game. Maybe Wolfang. One of my favorites. It's a good one. It's on arcade, Sega Saturn and PlayStation. I got the Saturn version. Wolfang's good. I love Atomic Runner on the Mega Drive. That's Data East. That's a good one. Joe and Mac on the Super Nintendo was a classic. There's just so many good Data East games, isn't there? RoboCop was another. I used to love playing RoboCop in the arcades back in the day. the music of it. I know it's not exactly the same as the arcade as the real music, but it was cool nonetheless, and it had the sampled speech from the movie and so on. Yeah. What about yourself? What's your favorite Data East game? It's just too many to choose from. Shame Data East have gone now. Loved how the Amiga pod of Avron had an epic intro and trolled you with a very poor port. Yeah, the intro on the Amiga version of Outrun is unbelievable. The intro is the best thing about it, no doubt. 2064, my vote for Siggnosis best game. I've not played that one to be honest with you. I should get into them. More modern Wipeout games. Huber Newman. The Destruction Derby. Drive 1 foot right. Hit something. Drive 1 foot to the left. Hit something. Awful game. I'll drive 1 foot to right. Drive for one foot to the left. Hit something. Awful game. Yeah. Yeah, it is an awful game. It's complete crap. But back in the day, it was fun. It was good. I mean, just ramming the crap out of other cars and watching them fall to bits was entertaining. The first two F1 games Siggnosis put out, made by Bizarre Creations, yep, I know I was there when they were making them, were really good games for their time too. They were, but I would not give Siggnosis the credit for them. All the credit goes to Bizarre Creations. It's a shame Bizarre Creations have gone. They made some awesome games. Blur on the Xbox 360, excellent racing game. Basically like a car type game, but with real cars. For Fighters on Dreamcast, and I think on PlayStation 2 as well. That was pretty decent. The James Bond game they made, I really liked that one. Was it Bloodstone it was called? I really enjoyed that, but it got slugged off. Bizarre Creations made some good games. Shame they've gone. Inkling the EX, what are your thoughts on Metamorphic Force 1993 arcade game? It's Final Fight meets Altered Beast, and it's I think I've played it a little bit. It's very colourful from what I remember, right? Yeah, I've only played it a little bit. It seemed like a typical Konami fighting game. Seemed pretty good from what I remember, but I don't really know it that well, so I can't really comment on that one. But it did seem good. True Sinister. Did I arrive too late, Mark? Yeah, we haven't missed much apart from me just waffling on and answering questions and playing Daytona poorly. Actually, I'm going to be disappearing in about 15 minutes, ooh, maybe less. It's nearly 1 p.m. and I'm getting hungry. Time for lunch. Genesis Mega Drive port of Outrun was decent, but always wanted to play the Saturn port. Yeah, it was not bad. It was fairly good for its time. The frame rate could have been a little bit better, but yeah, it was fairly good. Saturn port's excellent, especially when you put it into 60 frames per second mode. Try and get the Japanese version because you get the arranged soundtrack with that one. Saturn port was definitely the best way to play Outrun, yeah. I prefer to play it on the Saturn than the Dreamcast because at least the Saturn has the proper licensing. Or does it? Well, the car looks more like the arcade version from what I remember. Retrocore. Would you have liked to have seen a physical copy of Daytona USA on PS4 or PlayStation 360 or Xbox One? Yeah, I would have. In fact, it's been a dream of mine that Sega will release a Model 2 collection of physical media. It's going to have Virtual Fighter 2, Daytona 2, Daytona Original. Yeah, well, it's the Top Skater game. I like that. I don't know how you're going to play that on a keyboard, on a controller, but it'd be nice if they put it on. What else was on Model 2? There's loads, wasn't there? That bike game, the futuristic bike game. What was it called? I can't remember now. That should be on it. I know it's on one of the Yakuza games actually. On PlayStation 4. No, not Yakuza. It's on that one with Kimura Takura in it. Justice or Justice Eyes, whatever it's called. Anyway, there's just so many games, but that's what I want Sega to do. Put out a Model 2 collection. Then after that, put out a Model 3 collection. I would love that so much. PS3 typo. Oh, I see. Yeah. But they could bring it out on the Xbox One X and the PS4 put it in 4K. Sampo is definitely the best, yeah. That's Outrun. Probably gonna be in the minority, but overall, Wipeout HD Fury is still my favorite. It's a good one, that's for sure. Can't really comment because I haven't played the other ones, but Wipeout HD is excellent. Gotta go for now. Have a good one, mates. Alright, nice seeing you here, X-Razor. Maybe see you next time. Alright, take it easy. Wolfgang. Wolfgang Puff. Okay. Thought you were going to play the Xbox Live Arcade version on Xbox One X and 4K. Well, that was the idea, but there was no one to bloody play with. Yeah. I don't know if it's just connecting with people in Japan or if it connects all over the world, but it wouldn't connect up to anyone. There was nobody online. I love playing Daytona with other people. It's great. Craig says he's tuning in from San Diego, California. Nice. Nice sunny place. Actually, I got a question about living in California. A bit of a car, what do you call it, a petrol head, or what they call it in America. Don't know what you call it in America. But somebody who really loves cars. But would that be a problem living in California? Because they have very strict regulations, don't you? On things like emissions and whatever. Japan's a little bit strict, but you know you can still buy classic cars and run them. Usually you gotta get them converted or whatever, but it's usually no problem. But I wonder how that works out in California. The Wii is utter garbage. Though it has some great games made by Nintendo itself. That's the weird thing, you know what? In all the years I've been using Nintendo consoles, I've never ever really been sold on Nintendo IPs. I play them. I played Zelda on the Wii. I played Zelda on the Super Nintendo, but they were never my favorite games on the systems. And Mario, I just hate Mario. I can't stand Mario. It annoys me. But yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I just never got into Nintendo's IPs that much. But yeah, the Wii where you gotta wave the bloody controller all over the place just annoys the hell out of me. It's a shame because some really good games ruined by that. 60 frames per second, 60 frames per second, better than heavy effects and and high resolution. Um, yeah, yeah, I would agree to a certain point. 60 frames per second and a high resolution, that's the sweet spot. Forget the effects because a lot of the effects you don't even notice. You can't even see them. For example, I watch Digital Foundry videos and I do enjoy Digital Foundry videos, but sometimes they do make me chuckle where they'll zoom in like 200% and they'll show you like a side by side comparison. And I'm looking at it on a 60-inch screen thinking, can't really see any difference there. And like sometimes the difference is night and day, but sometimes it's like, does it really matter that much? Yeah. Microsoft will prioritize 60 frames per second with Series X. That is excellent to hear. It's definitely the way forward. All games should be 60 frames per second on that system. So think about when we used to play Mega Drive and Super Nintendo, Super Famicom games, or even further back on the Nintendo and the Master System, games were very often, pretty much 90% of the time, or even more, in 60 frames per second. There were only a few cases where they're in 30 frames per second, and those times you could tell. For example, on a Mega Drive, the original Streets of Rage, 30 frames per second, and you could tell, especially when the camera pans back to shoot off the special from the police car. It looks jerky and looks crap. Back in the day, we didn't really know why, but now we know why. It's 30 frames per second. Sonic Spinball looks like crap. Looks like crap. 30 frames per second. Awesome Possum runs like crap. A terrible game. 30 frames per second. Insecta X on the Mega Drive. Very jerky looking shooter. 30 frames per second. So yeah, the 30 frames per second games you can tell, and thankfully there are not that many of them on consoles of the past. Daytona. Yep, Stephanie, definitely. You really like that song. Uh, almost 1 here. Well, almost 1 a.m. here in Brazil. Oh, that's what time I went to bed this morning, actually. Yeah, actually, Brazil is exactly 12 hours behind Japan. It's now 12:58, is that? On the clock? So it'll be 12:58 a.m. in Brazil. Bill Cook can't stay past my bedtime. East Coast USA just wants to pop in and wish everyone well. I say Daytona. Okay. Nice, Bill. Thanks for popping in anyway. Uh, Philippe Lama, is that? Hi, Mark. What's your take on the games made for the Spectrum? Oh, wait. I gotta read this properly. What's your take on the games made for Spectrum? Games and ports compared to others of the same time. Spectrum games seem poor, or maybe they shouldn't have been forced games that but can't do it. All right. Yeah, probably not the best person to ask for this one. ZX Spectrum games. Yeah. Well, let's just say I don't have rose tinted glasses for the ZX Spectrum. I used one back in the day. A lot of my friends had them. I didn't have one myself. I had a Commodore. Um, Even back in the day, I was not a fan of the ZX Spectrum. Now, I do realize, I do understand, and I do acknowledge that the ZX Spectrum has some really awesome original games, and I've had a lot of fun playing some really awesome original games on the ZX Spectrum. But when it came to arcade ports, a lot of them were awful. Um, but I mean, you can't really blame the machine that much. I mean, of course, the machine has its limitations, but a lot of the reasons why a lot of ports were done badly is because the developers either had no idea what the hell they were doing, or they just didn't care, or they knew what they were doing, but they had such stupidly short time frames in which to make the game that the game just turned out to be awful. So one that I always bring up is Alien Storm on the ZX Spectrum. Alien Storm looks pretty nice. It looks detailed. It's all monochrome. But because they went monochrome, everything looks clean and detailed. I like it. Yesterday I was playing Golden Axe for the remastered Battle of the Ports, which is coming on Saturday. And the ZX Spectrum port is complete and utter crap. I called it the Duplo version. You'll hear that in the voiceover on the video. So yeah, ZX Spectrum. Yeah, when the games were done properly, they can be fun, they can be good. But in many cases, a lot of them were not done with care. Yeah. I think yeah, some games, some ports shouldn't have been bothered. And what really amazes me is they try to port games in their full state. So they'll try and port the game with massive sprites. Like the spec can't handle it. Instead of reworking the game to work with the limitations of the machine, they just try and port the bloody arcade version over, idiots. But yeah, and then it's enough of that. I only play modern games on my gaming PC. Okay, well, fair enough. That's what you like. That's what you liked. Everyone's got their own opinions on things they like. If you do get a chance, check out some retro games. I'm sure you might find some fun with them. But if retro games are not your thing, that's cool. No problems there. Excuse me. The Xbox 360 is now retro, at least for games. Oh, which are 10 years old. I don't know. I wouldn't call it retro. No. Just old, not retro. Retro to me is 16-bit and 32-bit. So Sega Saturn, PlayStation, Nintendo 64, backwards retro. Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, yeah, maybe retro, yes. The Xbox 360, I just say they were old. What made you go to Japan? Sure, I've mentioned this in the past. Let's see. Well, I came to Japan a few times. 1995 in September. And I came here to buy games, to be honest, and to see the scenery, of course. 1996 twice. 1997 once. 1998 I came in March, and then I came again in September. And the September trip was meant to be a 6 month holiday. I came with two friends, and those 6 months turned into 1 year. You know, you meet people and so on, and I'm still here now. So yeah, I originally came to Japan for a 6 month long holiday, just have some fun, a bit of an adventure. You know, get to see the sights of Japan, not just the gaming things. And I'm still here now. So many years later, was it 23 years later? So yeah, yeah. Craig, Wolfang is awesome. It is awesome. Yeah, it's an awesome game. Very good game. Wolfang is really good. I like it. It's arcade chiptune soundtrack. Yeah, it's got a great soundtrack. I think the console versions they do have an arranged soundtrack as well, but I like playing with the original arcade soundtrack. Or at least the Saturn version does. I'm pretty sure the PlayStation version does as well. What's your favorite game for the Master System? Retro Boyo asks. Favorite game on Master System? Jeez. Um, that's a hard one. Um, I remember the first two games I bought with my own money were Space Harrier, because I played in Alton Towers in the arcade and just loved it. The hydraulic version. So Space Harrier and Aztec Adventure. Yeah, the reason I bought Aztec Adventure is because it was £12 and I didn't have enough money to buy a full price game, which was £24. So I bought Space Harrier and Aztec Adventure. Space Harrier I loved. The best game on the Master System. Jeez, that is a tough one. I mean, I played Quartet a lot. Zillion 2, I played a lot. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Probably Psycho Fox. Now that I think about it, Psycho Fox took up a lot of my time. It was basically our Master System fans' version of Mario, wasn't it? And the sequel turned out to be called Decap Attack on Western Mega Drive, or Magical Hats Flying Turban Adventure on the Japanese Mega Drive. But yeah, probably Psycho Fox for the Master System. You are relaxing to watch. Keep up the fine work. Well, thank you very much. I'm sorry, my eyesight's terrible. Dan Chaman. Dan. What does that say? Dagan? Or was it Dan Catman? Sorry. I'm glad you found my videos relaxing. Thank you very much. Oops. Jeez, oh god, there's millions of comments here. Guys, I gotta go and get my lunch soon. It's 1 p.m. Where I've lost track of where we are now in the comments. Oh man. Oh god. Where are we? Oh. How'd you pause these comments for moving? I can't find where we're up to. Craig, your favorite Date East game is Atomic Runner, hands down. Nice one, it's a good game. Which you prefer, the arcade version or the remade Mega Drive version? I like the Mega Drive one myself due to it just looks better and I think it controls better as well. Inkling X, the only Date East game I've played is Fighters History. Fighters History is a good one. Fighters History Dynamite's good as well. I think I got that on the Saturn. Z-Wolf, always remember the Date East game Side Pocket on the Mega Drive. Side Pocket Mega Drive is great, isn't it? I used to play that with my brother quite a lot back in the day. And then I remember the Super Nintendo version came out and I thought this is going to have much better music, and it doesn't. It's actually worse. Mega Drive version is the way to go. And even the follow-up Side Pocket 2 and Side Pocket 3, which I have on the Sega Saturn, I don't think they're as much fun as the original Side Pocket. Something about that original version. Jin. I don't know how that's pronounced. Hey, Yakumo. Did you hear about the latest thing they're doing for Symphony of the Night? Yes, I did. I watched that this morning. No, I watched it last night while drinking the beer. Um, I saw it on Bob's updates, his retro update he does every week. It's excellent, isn't it? Fixing many issues with the game. I know. Notice they said they can't fix the uneven scaled graphics, but the fact that the speeding up the loading, reducing slowdown, all those things, that's really good. I'm going to check that out when it's available. I should check that out this afternoon sometime if I can. What's your thoughts on Miss Pac-Man? Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness on Dreamcast is my most favorite Miss Pac-Man game ever. Remake ever. I'm sorry, I've never played it. I don't know much about it. I think it only got released in the US, maybe Europe as well, but it never got released in Japan, so I never actually played it. Inkling EX. The graphics for Metamorphic Fights Force is quite a colourful game compared to a Konami game, beat 'em ups like Barnstorm. Yeah, I think that is the one I played. Yeah, I just remember being very colourful and cartoony, and the creatures change, but it was good from what I remember. Motor Raid. Yeah, that's the Model 2 racing game. Yeah, that's it. I would love to have those Sega Mod 2 arcade, Mod 2 and 3 game collections on Steam for PC. No, no, not Steam, because we'll never own the physical copies. Alright, put it on Steam as well, but give me a physical copy, please. um, okay. I read someone say, or I read someone say, that the Neo Geo games were largely so impressive simply based on size, but that the Mega Drive similar size games. You know what? A lot of the reason why Mega Drive games look gimped compared to other ports, like for example, take Mega Drive PC Engine CD versions. Uh, for example, Forgotten Worlds. Mega Drive version of Forgotten Worlds looks really bad compared to the PC Engine version, and it's all down to cartridge storage, not the power of the machine. The amount of storage space they had in cartridges back then, like 4 megabits was the standard, and compare 4 megabits to CD storage. I mean, you're gonna have a better looking game, right, on the PC Engine, which is not as powerful as the Mega Drive. So yeah, I don't think Mega Drive games would be as technically impressive as Neo Geo, because Neo Geo has a lot of hardware in it that Mega Drive doesn't, especially sprite scaling and so on. But I think a Mega Drive game giving unlimited space on a cartridge could have looked a lot better, excuse me, than what they did. Yeah. Talking about Neo Geo, I just finished editing Neo Geo Music Collection, which I'll put up online sometime next week, I think. About 45 minutes long, that is. Alright, let's go down these. Could the Genesis handle decent Space Harrier port? Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, maybe. Space Harrier 2 has got a pretty smooth looking floor, and it's limited in cartridge size, which is why things don't zoom up so smoothly, because there isn't enough space on the cartridge to put so many individual images at different sizes of the same object. So, yeah, I mean, slap it on a 40 megabit cartridge and maybe you could do a decent effort. It wouldn't be arcade perfect, that's for sure, but it'd be a lot better than what Space Harrier 2 is. Including the X, not really a Nintendo person. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of us out here who are not really Nintendo people. You'd rather have 6 frames per second over high effects? Yeah, yeah. So would I. Greetings from Chile, Mr. Yakumo. P-Pop Beltran? Hi, from Chile. Nice one. Don't think I know of anyone from Chile, actually. Nice to see you joining us. Unfortunately, we are going to be finishing pretty soon. Sorry about that. Philip Lama, Mark, what kind of car do you drive? Is it an EV or not, or have you considered one yet? Um, Actually, I don't own a car at the moment. I did used to drive a Subaru Impreza. It was a STIWRX model. I love that car. That was an amazing car. Um, Blue as well, not metallic blue, but it's kind of yes, the Subaru blue with gold wheels. I love that car. That car was excellent. But I was at traffic lights one day and some rear-ended into the well, not rear end into the side, back end of it, and yeah, completely smashed out the back drivetrain. So we now have. My wife has a car. She has one of those Japanese box cars. It's a Daihatsu Tanto. I don't like driving. It's got absolutely no power at all. Yeah, terrible thing. I mean, it's good. It's a city car. It's good for getting around city. No power at all in that thing. It's horrible to drive long distances. So I am planning to get another car, but with the price of fuel and with EVs becoming as good as they are now, I really am seriously thinking of going the EV route. I'm gonna miss that engine sound. I'm gonna miss the gear changes and all that. But thinking about the future, I'm gonna keep a car for 10 years, and the way EVs are going now, I really do think that they are good cars. Range anxiety isn't an issue. Um, I mean, you can go hundreds of miles in them these days. Like the Tesla ones, I think they go like 350, 400 miles on one charge. That's a long way to go on a charge, and then you can charge it up to 80% on the quick charge system in less than an hour. Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably go EV to be honest, or maybe I'll just buy maybe get an EV and a cheaper what we'll call it a retro car. Traditional combustion engine with proper gears and stuff. Yeah, but I don't know what I'll buy at the moment. So EVs in Japan are kind of lame because the Japanese governments are not really giving the grants out or promoting the system like they are in Europe, and I believe in certain parts of the States as well. Um, yeah, I guess they're trying to get rid of all the combustion engines they've made. But yeah, probably EV. Okay, Street Time Racer, hello to you too. Okay, would you consider? Oh, my wife's come home. I'm doing live stream. If you want to get on the live stream, you can come upstairs. Okay, so let's see. Back to the questions. Would you consider grabbing original Xbox to do soft mods on? Actually, I thought about getting an original Xbox a while back. I actually bid on a few on Yahoo auctions, but the prices of them in Japan now are going up pretty high. So for the time being, no, they're pretty expensive here. I don't know. Maybe it's just a craze at this moment in time. Who knows? Cheers from Brazil too. Yes. Yeah, I've got a lot of viewers from Brazil. Nice to see that. Alright. 11:53 here in Virginia. Pretty late. Time to go to bed soon. Fanny, I can't believe Fanny caught you live. Yeah, they are kind of random, aren't they? They just go out there. Including AX Force 4 Contra Hard Corps has smooth frame rates for Mega Drive. Yes, they do. Most games do on the Mega Drive. Ravaging Wolverine. Hey Mark, I wonder if you had the cancelled Mega Drive version of Mad Stalker had recently been completed and would be something. No, I didn't know about that. No, I didn't. Check that out. Thanks for the info. Um, Mark, have you seen the Sonic Mega Mix on the Sega CD? It's amazing. I think so. Yeah, I think that was a while back. I saw that. No, no. I think I played it. Or did I? I think I did play it. Yeah, I can't remember, but I was impressed by it. Whatever it was. Was that a Mega Drive version? I can't remember. can't remember that. I was impressed by something Sonic hack related. Speaking of Daytona USA, check out Steam version of Sonic All Stars Racing Plus One because you can. Yes, you can. I don't know if you can on the Xbox version. Maybe you can. I can't remember. I have to check it out. Let's see. Ever played Saturn Space Area Mission Arcade with the Mission Arcade stick? Yes, I have. It works really well. Works really well indeed. Think of Sonic ports on my system a bit. Yeah, Sonic ports on the Master System are pretty good. Sonic 2 especially. Well, except Sonic 2, I like it. Since the Game Boy Advance, despite being 32-bit, has terrible ports of 16-bit games. Poor audio, low resolution, and two-face button stack. Yes, they do. They're just cash-ins, aren't they? They're not real ports, just cheap efforts. Okay, you don't want a $12,000 road bike? No, I don't. Sorry. Chevy Bolt can do 500 kilometers on a charge easily. Three folks here make more than that actually, and can afford very. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, the EV cars of lately can go very, very far. Like a Chevy Bolt isn't even one of the high capacity ones, is it? Like 500 kilometers is easily long enough. The wife heard you talking bad about her in the car. Yep, probably. Okay, indeed. The only good 16-bit ports on the Game Boy Advance were Super Mario Advance. Yeah, that's true. Bed is overrated. Depends what you're doing, isn't it? Game Boy Advance port of Final Fight was pretty good too. That was Final Fight 1. I do like it on the Game Boy Advance. That's good. Today's gonna be 6. Okay. Daytona. What would be the easiest way for me to purchase a new Saturn from Japan? I don't know if you can get a new Saturn anymore. Maybe find some old stock. Probably Yahoo Auctions, to be honest. You're gonna have to pay the premium for the new Saturn because Japanese people want those as well if they find them. But yeah, Yahoo Auctions. You'll have to use a middleman like a Bai or something like that. Okay. It's kind of crazy, but cool to see with the daylight shining out your window. Oh, you mean back there? Yeah. Very nice day out today. Ooh, no, stop moving. Okay, going to work. Well, have a nice day on work. Dion B. Greetings from Greece. Nice one. What people ask, what do you think about the outrun on the Sega Saturn? Excellent port. We actually talked about that before. Probably the best port that is, to be honest. The only thing that is better than Outrun on the Sega Saturn is Cannonball, which is kind of not an emulation, but a port of Outrun to PC that can be played in widescreen, 60 frames per second. It's really good. Custom tracks as well. 5:15 a.m. in Yorkshire, UK. 5:15 a.m. What the hell are you still doing up? 5:15 a.m. What do you think of the super graphics? I feel is underutilized. Yeah, super graphics, a complete waste of everyone's time. That was. I don't even know NEC. No wonder NEC aren't around anymore. But yeah, I mean, super graphics. 5 games, and they don't even really take much advantage of the extra hardware. Baffling decision that was. Yeah, baffling decision. I mean, that could have been a Mega Drive killer, maybe. But yeah, baffling, unbelievable. Yeah, super graphics should have been better than it was. Megamix has massive memory. Megamix has a massive history. The Mega Drive 36. Ah, okay, that's probably why I'm thinking Mega Drive version. There's a guy based in the UK, Scotland to be precise, who specialises in Japanese imports. He's got Saturns in often. I got mine from him. Yeah, yeah, I mean, check out locally if you can. Might save some money. Master System version of Sonic 2 is not really a good game. It can be unfair time. Well, yeah, that's true. Cannonball is Cannonball Run. And Cannonball as in Cannonball Run. I believe that's where the name came from. That's what I think anyway. But yeah, as in doesn't have any Burt Reynolds in it or Jackie Chan from Cannonball 2 though. Can't sleep on lockdown. Can't sleep in lockdown in your UK. Yeah, I mean UK is really bad for this coronavirus, isn't it? CCP virus, we'll call it. But yeah, luckily being in Japan, they're on the ball. They know China is not Chinese people. Let me make that clear. They know the Chinese government is full of crap, and they're on the ball. As are Korea and Taiwan and Philippines, maybe a little bit. But anyway, we kind of all know, so we're pretty much on the ball with that. But yeah, it's terrible to see how many people have died in the UK, like 35,000 plus. Japan is under 900. But yeah, we don't even have a lockdown. We just have advisories. But yeah, it's disgusting. Well, hopefully it will all pull through in the end, and we'll get a cure for this CCP virus. Okay, anyway, enough of the politics. I saw a video about some guys reviewing the original Xbox Live a few days ago. Fingers crossed it doesn't. Oh, yeah, I read about that. It'd be cool if it comes back. Mercedes SLK won the Cannonball Run this year. The Cannonball Run's actually still a thing. Cool. Just jumped in, you're playing. Sorry, Thruston Clark. We're finished. Actually, I'm going to be finishing pretty soon. Sorry, man. Seeing how well the CPS1 version of the Street Fighter Alpha Zero ran, I'm convinced that it could handle a few more CPS2 games. Yep, easily. Where are you from in the UK? I'm originally from Liverpool in the UK. Although I probably don't sound like I'm from Liverpool anymore. Maybe if I go, yeah, mate. That's about like that, maybe. 100,000 in the US. What about the coronavirus there? Jesus. That's bad. Mind you, the US is a lot bigger, but still, that is bad. The US is also bad at handling the coronavirus situation. Well, yeah. Maybe not the best. But you know, if the country where it came from, China, handled it properly in the first place, wouldn't be in this bloody situation, would we? They really got to answer for all the shit they've caused the world. Anyway, let's get off that. So glad we have gaming, because the world without gaming, yeah, that's true. The Citra emulations play 3DS games. That's a good one, yeah. Omega City's got screwed pretty hard, yeah. I like how you even curse in a polite voice. You haven't seen me cursing for real. Oh yeah, that's nuts. That's not polite. I'm only being polite because I don't want YouTube jumping down my neck. Okay. Yeah, would have never guessed you're a Scouser. You're a Scouse. Yes, I am. I'm from Liverpool. A Scouser indeed. Alright, okay guys, I gotta make a move now because it is 1:20. I haven't had my lunch. I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna get some food. Just answer these last two questions. Mizu Backward Adventure on the Sega Saturn is an awesome port too. That it is. It's a very good port. Slows down a little bit, but not too bad. Not too bad. Mark, have you ever considered doing some missed virtual hardware videos? No, not really. I know the Mist is pretty cool. It's a FPGA, pretty much identical to the real deal, but I just don't have the time for that. I'm messing around with things like that, to be honest. Plus, I pretty much have all the real hardware, so I don't have any real reason to go for the Mister. Yeah, maybe in the future if I got time, but at the moment I really don't have time to do that. Now, if anyone else does, I would be interested in seeing it, to be honest. Any thoughts on Mars Matrix on the CPS2? Yeah, good shooter. Not made by Capcom either. I think it's by Takumi, but Capcom released it. Yeah, it's a good shooter. Really hard though. Played on Dreamcast quite a lot. Will you be doing more lives in Japan after the virus stuff is over? Yeah, I will be. I don't know when, but yeah, we'll be doing more live in Japan. I want to do a nighttime one sometime soon with the GoPro, but we'll see. We'll see. Should be soon. Yeah. Actually, I was gonna do a live in Japan in April, which would have been me going down to Fukuoka to see Aha in concert, believe it or not. I was gonna do a whole video about that, but the concert got cancelled. Yeah. But well, not cancelled, postponed. They're meant to be coming back, but what date we don't know. Okay, let's see. Yep, how did one? 20 after midnight for me, so I'm off. Alright. I would too. I would be off too. Ueno 54. Have a nice day. Thank you very much, people. Yep. False feedback. Have a nice day. Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for the chat. Go and eat. Alright. Okay, guys. I gotta go. Okay, last one. Do you have flashcards and optical drive emulators for your systems? And do you have arcade boards? I do have flashcards. And I have a optical emulator for Dreamcast, got GDEMU. I've got flashcards for Master System, Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, and PC Engine. I very rarely use the flashcards unless it's for something I don't own original. And then usually after you playing the game on the flashcard, I go and buy the original if I can find it cheap enough. But yeah, flashcards are cool, very handy. In fact, the main reason I have flashcards is to run homebrew stuff and demos and things like that. I just like seeing them on real hardware, although some of them don't work on real hardware. Time zones suck. Well, they do, I guess. I've seen Aha some years ago. They're great live. I believe so. I believe so. So Pet Shop Boys live in 2019 in Osaka. Awesome show. Amazing. Neil Tennant sounds just as good live as he does on the records. Amazing. Yeah, they put on a very good show. But yeah, I was looking forward to seeing Aha. Actually, I've still got the ticket over there. Let me just get the ticket so you can see. Whoops, nearly fell over. So let's get back over here. All right. There goes one of the remotes. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to cover up this part here and this part. But yeah, there's the ticket. So still valid, and should be coming back later this year, I believe. Depends on the schedule, I guess. Okay, anyway, guys, definitely going now. So anyway, thank you very much for joining this live stream, and hopefully we'll do another live stream sometime in the near future. But until then, take it easy and keep on gaming. I've got to go and get some food. Let's spin this around, and I'll see you next time. By the way, keep an eye open for the new Battle of the Ports coming out this Saturday. It's going to be one of the remake series. It's Golden Axe, and hopefully it's going to be a good one. Alright, until then, take it easy. Bye. Now, how do I stop this?